Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Denver, Colorado. Today we've got a super in-depth one for you. Most popular places to live in Aurora, Colorado.
Let's do it. What's up, guys? We are the Mile High Property Brothers. I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my business partner, Will Grimes. And if it's your first time visiting our channel, Living in Denver, Colorado, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell, because we drop a new video every Tuesday and every Thursday morning, and we tell you everything there is to know about either moving to or living in the Denver, Colorado area.
And yes, we are licensed brokers in the state of Colorado, which means as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with your real estate needs. With that being said, that number below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and respond to the text messages, and we are the guys that respond to emails. So if there's anything that we can do for you guys and help you moving forward into Colorado, or if you're already in Colorado and you're exploring and we can help you out, we would love to hear from you guys. But with that being said, most popular places to live in Aurora, Colorado. Let's get to it.
All right, guys, so the biggest thing that you need to know about Aurora is how massive it is. We were just talking to some clients over Zoom the other day, and they had a couple questions about Aurora, and I was like, hey guys, take a look at Aurora on this map, and let me give you a little perspective. So if you look at the west side of I-25, where you've got Denver, and then the cities going on kind of the western side, and there's 6, 7, 8, 9 cities that span from North Denver to all the way on the south side, right? Mm-hmm. If you take that same footprint and apply that on the east side of Denver, that's how big Aurora is. So Aurora is literally the same size as 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 of the bigger metro Denver cities.
You're looking at probably just over 400,000. 2020 census said it was like just under 400,000 population in Aurora. 100%. Not sure how accurate it is if they count everybody. A lot of people don't answer their door when they come by and ask for the census. So give or take, you're probably looking at a little bit over 400,000 in Aurora. You've got all the way from what most people call North Aurora, which is by Anschutz campus. Brand new facilities, super cool. They've got the brand new VA hospital over there, Children's Hospital, University Hospital. Aurora still punches a little bit further than that, but that's like your major pinnacle piece is Anschutz campus towards your northern side. And then you get all the way southeast from there into what we call Southlands Mall. Southlands Mall, yes, Aurora does go a little bit further south and east of that. However, your most pinnacle landmark for Southeast Aurora is Southlands Mall. So, and you've got South Shore neighborhood over there. You've got Talons Reach. You've got, in the middle of all of that, we've got Seven Hills. We're going to get into some of this, but just to give you some context on how big Aurora is, and Aurora is so diverse and different. So what it looks like on the north side and living by the hospital starts to fade and completely change as far as like what you guys can have home-wise and landscape-wise southeast. So if you think you've heard of Aurora, it's hard to tell. There's a lot of different pieces to it. We're going to break it down with some of the most popular neighborhoods to live in and just give you guys some context to enjoy and give yourself some food for thought as far as your look into Colorado.
Yeah, so I think probably the best way to go about this.
He thinks it's the best way.
I do think. I don't know.
The best way to go about it.
That I think. I think the best way to go about this, guys, is starting on the northern side. We've picked out a few neighborhoods up there that are through our personal data, through our personal opinion, and according to some websites and blogs that we use to gather our information, some of the most popular neighborhoods.
Right, and it's going to be subjective, right? Some of it's our opinion. You guys are going to have your own opinion once you get out there and see whether it's for you or not, but definitely popular on different websites and sources. But some of them aren't so far north. The one that is going to be a little bit different that you guys might not be thinking of is going to be actually a little bit more west. So I think we'll just start off with Utah Park, since we're kind of giving you guys some clues. Not sure which one you were talking about up north, but Utah Park, it's more north than Southlands Mall, right, which is super southeast. But if you're looking at Aurora's map and the overlay, it's on the west side of the highway, and it's a little bit more directly west than more north, but it's right by Utah Park, hence Utah Park. super cool, super fun. You've got some great schools over there, but that park has been known for a long time. It's right across the street, I'm pretty sure, from Overland High School. Overland High School is a Cherry Creek school. So even though you're super far west into Aurora, yes, you still are a part of Cherry Creek schools over there. The price points still super competitive, but super affordable. So one of the best pieces about Utah Park and just that surrounding area is you can still be inside of Cherry Creek schools, but the price point and where you're at, still affordable. Obviously super competitive in this market, but extremely affordable for what you get with the school district.
Yeah, a lot of those homes out there, guys, are going to be built in like the mid 80s. That's a very popular time out there. Right now, those homes are ranging from the low to mid fours, right around that range. Like Will said, it is very competitive, so plan on adding a little bit extra in case of multiple offers on those houses. But yeah, guys, if you're looking for basically not even, I almost said entry-level home. It's not even an entry-level home. There's great big homes out there. Just mid-4s, 1980s. You might need to do a little bit of updating once you get in there, but a lot of those homes have been updated as well.
And as you get more west and more north into Aurora, if you're looking at a map again, realize you're getting closer to the heart of Denver. So when we're talking about the types of homes that are out there, just realize they're more established. The homes are built in the 80s. You don't have a ton of new builds over there because pretty much Denver and the surrounding area, everything that you can build is pretty much built. So a lot of your new builds that are phenomenal into these new areas are on the outskirts of like the heart of the city. So as you get closer to Denver, you're going to have more established homes, older homes. Some of them could be remodeled and phenomenal. A lot of people like established homes that have just been remodeled. You can find that stuff over there, but just realize the more west and the more north we push from the southeast, you're getting closer to Denver, which means you're going to get more established homes, an older area. But again, Cherry Creek School District with Overland High School is still a good spot. All right, guys, second one that we want to talk about, it's not super well known. It's what we call Dam West. This is right by 9 Mile Light Rail Station. So the benefit of this is they have a brand new King Soopers and shopping center that's getting created right now as you speak. Looks super cool. And a 9 Mile train station, which is your light rail system. It's one of your major hubs that takes you all the way into Denver or can take you all the way the other direction, which would be wherever you want to go. But it connects to 225. So if you want to stay into Aurora and go to the mall and things like that, you can hit the mall, or you can head northwest on the light rail and it can take you all the way to the heart of downtown. So if you're looking for public transportation, but you don't want to live in the heart of the city, you do like single family homes, you do like big grocery stores, but you don't want to be too far detached, Dam West and the surrounding area can be really cool. This neighborhood specifically, pretty quiet. Not too much goes for sale. Even like right now, we've got a hot market and there's not that many listings on right now, but even when the market is just normal and stabilized, you just don't see a lot go up for sale there. So don't necessarily get your heart set on Dam West. If some things pop up and you can snag one, hey, great. But some of the surrounding areas, not too far from that is Utah Park, but some of those surrounding areas are really cool. Give it food for thought. Biggest plus in popularity there is the new shopping center and the close proximity to the light rail station.
Yeah, we get a huge amount of people that ask us, hey, where can I go that's close to light rail for this reason or that reason? That's a really good suggestion right there because as we've mentioned in previous videos, we don't have a very huge, expansive light rail transit system. It's growing. They're always trying to improve it. We're great north-south. We don't have a lot of east-west branches off the light rail, but that 9 Mile station, that's one of the biggest branches that we have going east-west for the light rail. In addition to that, if you guys are looking for an apartment, there's a lot of apartments there. So even though not a lot of houses go for sale, if you're just looking to rent a place, definitely a good place to look for some apartments.
100%. And just so to give you guys kind of like a little bit of an idea of our light rail system, it tends to trace the highway for the most part. So whether it's tracing 225 by the mall and those exits over there, if you are headed west downtown, it's tracing 225 and I-25. So if you don't want to use the light rail, but you need close proximity to the highway for your vehicle, also something to think about. But a lot of new development that's going on over there. Really cool. Definitely take a look into that. All right, guys, third one, obviously in no particular order, but the third one that we're going to mention, we're going to pretty much go directly east. So 9 Mile in like that Dam West area, super close to 225. You're literally like right at that exit. As we go directly east, you're going to be now on the east side of 225 and pushing toward what we would call middle Aurora, starting to get a little bit more southeast Aurora. and that's Seven Hills.
Yeah, Seven Hills, guys. That's one of my personal favorites. We've got a number of families that end up moving to and living in that area. And just like all the other areas that we mentioned, there's plenty of stores. There's plenty of shopping. You've got good gyms all around there.
Movie theater.
The movie
Post-COVID,
theater.
when those open up, you've got a really cool movie theater. It's been remodeled. You buy it. It's got the really cool, comfy chairs, and you can order food and have a great time. To give you some context, if you guys are looking at a map view, your major intersection for Seven Hills is going to be Tower and Hamden intersection, directly east of pretty much I-225.
Yep, and there is like a natural grocers over there. So there are some just good kind of unique grocery stores. Like he mentioned, the movie theater, plenty of stuff to do around there, guys. But that is such a good central location that it's very, very popular for a lot of people.
Yeah, that parking lot is really cool of the movie theater because you've got Sonic, fast food there. You've got the natural grocers. You've got the movie theater. But that parking lot is really big, and just something that some of us locals know that you might not find when you're doing your own research. Every Friday evening, a bunch of hot rods go over there, and they have it's not like an official car show, but I think it's grown over the years. We've seen it the last 5 or 6 years. A lot of cats that just love their cars, old school muscle cars. They pull into Sonic and order food, and then they all kind of like flood into that parking lot, and they park the cars and hang out. And if you got young kiddos, or if you're like me and you love cars and you want to go drive through and see what everybody's driving and meet some new friends, really cool. I kind of like that old school stuff. I grew up on cars, so it's fun for me to go and say hi and meet people. But really little, I guess a fun fact for like the Seven Hills area as far as like just some things that you can pop by and see on a Friday evening.
I did not know that.
Because
we might have to take a Sonic date night.
Because he's from Paca. And you know what we're not talking about today? Paca.
That's true. That's true. We're not talking any Parker, but we might have to do a Sonic date night one of these nights. Get me a little, what are they called? Flurry?
It's a pretty f***ing good milkshake.
No.
If I respond,
yeah.
I'm making this okay.
Yeah, right?
Right.
No, just don't acknowledge. Just don't acknowledge. All right, so now, guys, we're going to jump all the way down to the furthest southeast on the map, and that is Blackstone.
Correct.
So Blackstone, we did a number of transactions there this past year. Very, very popular area. One of the cool things about Blackstone is it is a golf community. However, it's not your typical... Maybe not typical, but it's not a pretentious, like really stuck up golf community. We've been to the clubhouse there before when we were like helping some clients purchase. It's fun. People were lighthearted.
We weren't invited to the golf course.
We crashed.
We were purchasing a house. We were under contract on a home. We were deciding to go ahead and accept the offer. Excuse me. To submit the offer. We won the offer.
We did.
People looked at us. It wasn't unwelcoming. I think I'm just a bigger guy with tattoos, and it probably doesn't look like I play golf, and you would be 1,000% correct. I don't play golf, but I'm not against it. But everybody was friendly there. Yeah. It's really cool because you can go in, you can have some dinner. There is like membership fees and things like that, but you don't have to be a member. So you can go in and use some of the amenities and use the workout facility, but you don't have to be a member to the actual golf course. So there's different ways of like working at HOA and how much you want to be in it for. Obviously, if you are interested in golf and you want to pay to play or have your membership, really phenomenal. They have a lot of really cool weddings there as well. The landscape around Blackstone, how the golf course is laid out, but then where they do ceremonies and weddings, really cool. So definitely if you like the country club feel, but you still want to be somewhat connected, you're not too far from Southland Mall. You're probably 9 minutes from there. And you've also got a couple of things closer to you. Chick-fil-A. If you don't like Chick-fil-A, just don't even call us, please.
Get out.
We love Chick-fil-A. But they've got a couple of like Walgreens and some Chick-fil-A's and other little restaurants that are super close to Blackstone. Just past that, a couple of intersections down is the Southlands Mall. You do have a pool and everything there, so really cool. And it tends to be a little bit quieter for Southeast Aurora. We're going to talk about another neighborhood that's super popular right now that's growing. It tends to be a little bit more upbeat, a younger demographic that's over there. Blackstone seems to be a little bit more relaxed and just laid back and quiet time type of feel. So if that's something that would be for you, but you still want to be connected to stores and things, not be too far away, Blackstone would be a great look for you. Yeah,
and to give you an idea for prices out there, homes are going to start around the low sevens and just keep going up from there. Some of the ones that we had done were, they did end up pushing up into the 8s and then higher 8s. We did have one in mid 7s. So anywhere from 7 to 950 is probably going to be. It
kind of depends on the market and just demand and what people are throwing in regards to over asking. And you guys are starting to pick up what we're putting down as far as how competitive the market gets. But bottom line is we've had handfuls of buyers still coming through our YouTube channel. We're still helping a lot of you. You're still winning homes. It's still possible.
Yeah.
That's where him and I come in and do a great job for you guys to make sure that we're doing the best we can and make sure we get you guys into a home. But again, great spot. Take a look. All right, guys, leading into the next one, it was the one I was talking about when we were speaking about Blackstone. Just across the way to the north, right across the road, would be South Shore. South Shore is probably your newest up and coming. It's been around for 10 years, let's be accurate. However, in the past several years, this is where a lot of the communities really started to flood. The clubhouse is super phenomenal. It looks like a lake house. The pool is huge. You've got a lot of entertainment over there. It's really close to the reservoir. So you tend to have a lot of families over there, but because you do have a lot of families that want to be close to the reservoir and going to that clubhouse and having a lot of fun, you do have a lot of kiddos that are over there. You've got great schools. This is still Cherry Creek School District 5. You've got a lot of good schools. The high school over there is Cherokee Trail, which is literally right in the heart or just to the west of South Shore neighborhood. Phenomenal. If kids aren't your thing and you want to be a little bit more quiet, hey, depending on the block that you're on, obviously matters. Maybe Blackstone is a better fit for you. If you have kiddos and you want your kiddos to have some friends and mingle and share fireworks on 4th of July with some of your neighbors and cookouts and do barbecues, you go through there in the spring and summer, you see nothing but neighbors kind of hanging out with each other and doing that kind of thing. The pool house is always full and having fun, so really cool, but you can also still kind of escape and get your own path because you're right next to the reservoir. So you've got plenty of space to go to the sand and have the designated swim area, or you could go walk your dogs or go for a jog or go for a walk on all the trails that are around the reservoir and back into the neighborhood. So it's as upbeat as it can be. You've also got plenty of space to just have your own quiet time and go for a walk if it's needed. But definitely a different vibe than Blackstone, which is just right across the street to the south.
Yeah, they're neighbors, but it definitely is a different vibe. I'm glad you mentioned that.
I'm South Shore. He's Blackstone.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, he will. He's all pretentious with his golf and his tea.
Don't golf. I do enjoy a cup of tea once in a while, though.
Could you guys imagine if I played golf?
About time.
Hey, it is about time. I mean, I just couldn't get the ball in the hole. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it.
One of the unique things about South Shore, guys, as opposed to Blackstone, is that in South Shore, you're going to find a lot more new builds. Now, there are pre-existing homes that you'll see come on the market. Not uncommon. They get snatched up quickly. Those will range anywhere from, 7 to 1.5 and up. But primarily, the biggest difference is that there's a lot more development happening still in South Shore. So with those developments, one of the primary builders out there is Toll Brothers. Very, very, very popular. A lot of the people that reach out to us specifically are looking for one of the models of that builder out in South Shore because they have just those lots that are right around the reservoir and then just off to the side of it as well. Those are generally going to start around 800 on paper. We've done videos on that before. You're going to land 900, $1 million if you're going new build.
But you can still get some things high 800 to 900. Like there's still possibilities. Sure. It just depends on the type of upgrades that you're doing and how competitive the market is. And speaking of that, with like some new builds, and then like I know we've been talking about some quieter space. It was not on the list. I just added it to the list. If you're looking for a little bit more land and maybe even a little bit more quietness, but you're still within 10, 12 minutes of South Shore, or excuse me, Southwinds Mall, Elkhorn Ranch. Those lots over there are 4 acres.
Technically Parker.
You've got some like Douglas County, Parker kind of thing sitting in there, so it's just on the outskirts.
We're talking about Parker today.
Aurora.
Yeah.
Talking about Elkhorn Ranch. This isn't about you. This is about our
you
clients.
made it about me.
But it's really cool, and you're literally right in the backyard of Blackstone. Yeah. You're just behind it. 4-acre lots, really cool. They've got some established homes that have been over there for a long time. They still are building a couple of new builds that are over there, but there's also some potential lots that are available. And if you guys would rather just build, we've got some some friends and some connections that do custom builds for one-offs. So if you find a lot that you want and you need something built, we can find somebody or have somebody resource and just help you with some of those builds. Tom Martinez is one of them. He owns Valiant Homes. We've known him for years. He's done a great job for some of our clients. So if that's something that's for you, yep, it's just outside of it, right in the backyard, right across the line. But it's worth your time if you think you might want a little bit more space. Right into the last one, which was voted the most popular / favorite neighborhood to live in. It's, in my opinion, it's been like that for a long time, obviously subjective to most, but on a lot of websites, the majority of websites, it's saying that this one is the best / most popular one to live in, and that is Talons Reach.
Talons Reach, one of my personal favorites.
Super cool. The landscape from that clubhouse and how it bleeds all the way through the neighborhood. They deliberately have hills put in place. They've got pine trees everywhere. You literally feel like you're living in the mountains, but you are literally just southwest of South Shore, directly west of Blackstone, and you are 5 minutes from Southlands Mall. So you're still in that southeast Aurora area. You're right by 470. But once you turn into that neighborhood of Talons Reach, it's just super cool. The clubhouse is amazing. The pool's great. And from what we hear and from what a lot of the websites are saying, and from some of our familiarity, that's where we had our baby shower for my son. The people that are over there, we've got family over there as well. That community's just great. There's a lot of good people there, and I think for the most part, people just enjoy the atmospherics of good neighbors and good environments. Not to take anything away from South Shore or anywhere else, but on these websites, a lot of people have been very complimentary to Talons Reach.
Yeah, and guys, we have had a ton of interest in Talons Reach recently. We had 2 closings there last month. We've got some new under contracts there recently, and one of the main primary reasons we would recommend Talons Reach to somebody is when they come to us, they're in that $700 to $900 up to $1 million range. And one of the biggest things for them is they want some open space behind them. They don't want to be directly backing to a neighborhood. If you look at a map, an overhead map of Talons Reach, what you're going to find is the way that they develop their trail system through Talons Reach is they put these trails kind of between all the houses and between the backs of the houses. So there are some houses that do back to a neighbor, but a lot of these have trails behind them. And you'll see a neighbor, many, many yards away.
But there'll be a hill, and you can kind of see the top of their house versus like being right in their backyard. You look out your backyard, you'll probably see a trail that people can jog on, and then the hill kind of goes up, and you might be able to see the top of someone's house. But as far as like just the privacy that you get and just the atmospherics and the landscape of that area, super well done.
Feel like you're in Colorado.
Yeah, and if you want that Colorado feel, that could be a great neighborhood. However, Blackstone's still super phenomenal. South Shore, super phenomenal. They're all great, and they've got different feels to them that address different needs for different buyers. But either way, if you're that close to one and you're checking one out, check some of these other ones out and see what's best for you guys.
So that's it, guys. Those are some of the most popular neighborhoods in Aurora. Again, Aurora's massive, almost 400,000 people. No way could we cover all of the little neighborhoods that make up Aurora. However, if you're unfamiliar with Colorado and you think you've heard some things about Aurora or whatever, I promise you, you're going to love Aurora. Everyone from every different place can find something that they love about Aurora.
Well, and we've had a lot of folks come out that look at the Littletons, look at the Pacas, look at the Highlands Ranches, and hey, cool, but we also expose them to some Southeast Aurora. And we've had the majority of them actually end up buying in Southeast Aurora because once they get here and they feel just those areas and they have more context of what they can speak to themselves about the area, it's great. And it's nothing against like the center and the more northern area of Aurora. It's just different when you've got those big hospitals and you're closer to Denver. You've got the older type of homes. It's more established. It's busier when you've got 4 hospitals on one landing mark. Some people have to live close to that because of their type of job and the proximity they have to be to work. Some people love being kind of close to Denver. Cool. The bottom line is it's just different. And a lot of folks that we've been helping out, whether it's families or school districts that they really love, they tend to push southeast because they want some of these amenities. They want the size of home. They also want the school district and just some of the comforts that Southeast Aurora has. But again, nothing against the center and in the north of Aurora. It's just completely different. And again, the closer you get to Denver, the different things tend to feel. So explore all of it. Ask as many questions as you can. We are licensed brokers in the state of Colorado, right? So this number popping up again, the email popping up again, we are the guys who answer the phone calls, the text messages, and the emails. So if there are questions that you guys have in regards to Aurora or anything else in the state of Colorado, we would love to help you with those real estate needs just as much or more as we love making these videos for you.
And if you guys have not done so yet, which I can't imagine why, hit that subscribe button. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, we're dropping a new video for you without fail. Again, we love hearing from you guys. Comment below too. We love engage with you guys.
Until next time, see you guys.
Hey, see ya.